All right, we're at 124 Laurel Way, Ludowici. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 0.57 acres, about 1,600 square feet, built in 2006. We have a gate over here, nice fence. We have a shed on the side here. And then if you could explain the hookups here.
So the air pump is going with the gentleman, but this is wired into the garage via that yellow highlight color cord in the back, so he's going to leave that. And he has power hooked up here, and that is all proper GFCI, so you don't have any issues. And this is going to convey as well as the shed in the backyard. And then as we come here, let me go ahead and close this up, you can see where it goes into the house. So that's where the power, there's a power switch in the garage so that you don't have to hear the rattling of the air compressor out here while you're trying to do work in the garage.
Yes, and we will show you that. We do have new HVAC right here. As of January. You do also have a new septic pump. And we'll go ahead and make our way around.
The siding looks good.
Yes, pretty siding. And then we just have some more fencing over here.
So this owner also has a 30 amp generator hookup in the garage. And he did note, we're gonna show you the garage, but he did note that, let me see, this was funky. I have to slide it down. Sorry, he closed it up. But he did note that if you're going to use the generator, you need to make sure that you shut the power down to the house, and he has a safety latch on it. That way when people start coming to work on the power lines, they don't accidentally hit an active line because you've got it hooked to a generator. So you gotta shut this off and then you can turn the generator on, and we'll show you that in the garage.
All right, and then we'll make our way inside. All right, so this is the entrance here.
There's some whitewashing that looks like he was starting to do and just hasn't finished, but you can either opt to just leave it how it is, finish the wall, or do the house if you like it and you want to do more.
Here is your first impression here. Right into the living room. To the right, we're gonna have our bedrooms. And then off to the left is gonna be our kitchen area. We'll show this area first over here. All right.
So we have this nice breakfast area here. This floor plan I've seen quite a bit. And so if you look back here, that area where the light is in the back part of this living area, some people have a chandelier, and that's a dining area as well. So just depending on what you want to set up, he's got a desk back there. But we'll go ahead and give you beautiful LVP floors in here, and then we have tile. And we'll go ahead and give you the perspective of the space here. So he has moved the refrigerator here to allow for more room in the kitchen. So he closed this off. The fridge used to be here. And everything looks amazing that he has done here. He has just done a beautiful job. So part of the issue was you couldn't open the door all the way because it was up against this wall. So that was causing some problems. So here we have, everything is moving very easy. We've got our appliances, look great. They're not brand new by any means, but everything is looking really nice. These are hefty as well. You do have a nice tile backsplash, and you've got your oven and microwave. this would be a really cool place to set up a coffee bar too. And then in the laundry room, he went ahead and added this pocket door. This wasn't here before. So when he did move the fridge and the water line for it, he went ahead and added this. He added a magnet here that you'll see in the laundry room because he has a folding table that also flips up and connects to this magnet. And it's supported by a 2x4 behind it, so it's not going to fall out. So you can have it up or down depending on what you may or may not want to do. Then of course here we have linen. He's using it as pantry. You can use it for whatever you want, obviously. And then a little bit of storage here. And if you go into the garage, we have a finished garage again. And one thing I did notice that I really like is he's insulated the garage door so it is not scalding hot in here. Again, he likes to do a lot of stuff in the garage. So you can see that that would probably be important because it gets hot. So here we go. This is the power outlet for the air compressor outside. So you can hear it when I flip it on maybe. If that's getting picked up on the video, he said that was all in here and it was awful while he was working. So having it outside is clutch. In addition, he is taking all of the equipment with him, but like I said, he's going to leave that cord. This is where the air is plumbed. And the cord, like I said, that goes through the wall, that's all staying. Then we have, at the breaker, he has added a 30-watt generator, like we said. So this is where you'll go ahead and turn on the generator. It just hasn't been labeled yet. But everything in orange will stay on with the generator if the power goes out. So you just have to make sure you shut it off outside at the meter, and then you can turn on, flip the switch, and I cannot reach it, so I'm not going to show you, but he flipped the switch, and then he's got it plumbed and conduit over here, and that's where you can plug in your generator, or if you have a 30 amp RV or something like that, you can absolutely use that for it. I really like how he went ahead and labeled everything for you so you can see exactly what needs to happen.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to try to put this down while you're in there.
Okay. Okay, she's gonna see what the attic's looking like. We're gonna come over here. Just kind of give you a good view of the living space. That is gorgeous. Let's show you one more time. Okay, and then we will go to the right of the front door. Right away we have storage closet. We have our first bedroom here. Beautiful ceilings. Very decent closet here. The LVP is very, very gorgeous. All right. We have another attic access right here, I'm assuming. Renee will look into that. Here we have our secondary bedroom. Closet space. About the same size. No, I'd say this one's bigger. Yes, this one goes wall to wall. So it's about the width of that wall there. And then we got the master bedroom here. Again, the box ceilings. The walk-in. I believe the light is on. Yeah. Very spacious. I don't even know if the camera does it justice. Very beautiful closet. And then we have our primary bath with our tub, shower. And then we have linen behind me. Some more storage there. Very spacious. All right, and then we will take a look at this hall bathroom here. So that is 2 tubs for you. Nice cabinet. All right. And then we'll go ahead and make our way to the back. Now this is your backyard. Tons of space. We have a shed over this way. Water hookup.
Go ahead and see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wonderful shed.
Nice double drive gate.
Oh yes.
You can see there's some panels on the fencing failing. So obviously you're gonna wanna patch that up if you want the fence to be complete. The big mound you see is the leach field or the drain field for the septic tank. The septic tank is typically about 10 feet from the house, and we've got an outlet over here. That's the alarm on your septic, and that's going to tell you if it's too full and it's wanting to back up into the house, and it'll shut it off. So if you have issues with septic at all, you might want to check that. The reason there's a mound is because the soil content matters. So we can't go so deep, so they create this mound instead. And then what is very important is you don't drive on it, you don't put anything heavy on it. Just be very considerate of that, especially if you're familiar with septic tanks. And then you've got that alarm. This one does have a new drain field and a new pump on it as of, I think he said January of this year. So about the same, maybe March, something like that. Well, either the AC was done in January or this was, and the other was March. I think that was January, right? The HVAC?
Yes, January.
Anyway, it's on the seller's disclosure, so you'll be good. The roof looks great. It's got architectural shingles on it.
Yes, this is the view of the house from the back. To get down.
Looks like it's got irrigation.
Yes. Then over here.
Yep, there's another irrigation box. And a walk-through gate. And then you can see right here where the grass is given up a little bit on us. That's where that septic tank is. So remember I said about 10 feet from the house? And here's the opening.
There we go. Okay, and then we'll circle back around.
This is condensate, most likely from the HVAC unit. And just when it's running like this, there's condensation that forms and it flows down this tube. So when you see that slow, like drip that's just consistent, that's good. It's doing what it needs to be doing. The house looks in really good condition. I do have the attic pulled down in the garage, so we can go look at that. There's another attic access point in the hallway by the bedrooms, but I cannot reach that cord.
Okay. Oh yeah. Not good. Good space up here. Outlets. All right, and then we will make our way to the front and I'll show you the view from outside the front door. Nice little quick view. This is a better view of the dining area, kind of. He put a desk here, which you could really, you know, do your thing. But yes, then this is what you see when you walk out. Nice and private. Yep, that's 124 Laurel.